Is remote services really safe for our data? A look at the pros and cons. With the rise of technology, remote services have become more and more popular in recent years. But with this rise has come a few questions. Most notably, is it really safe for us to trust our data with these services? In this video, we'll explore the pros and cons of remote services and take a look at what measures you can take to ensure your data is safe when using these services. What are remote services? The ability to access data and applications from anywhere in the world at any time is a major advantage for businesses and organizations. The pros of remote services. Remote services can be more secure than traditional on-premises solutions. When you store your data off-site, it is less likely to be accessed by unauthorized individuals. Remote services can be more reliable than on-premises solutions. Because your data is stored in the cloud, it is less likely to be lost or corrupted in the event of a disaster, such as a power outage or natural disaster. Additionally, cloud-based providers typically have redundancies in place that can help keep your data safe and accessible even if one of their servers goes down. Remote services can be more scalable than on-premises solutions. As your business grows and changes, you can easily increase or decrease your use of remote services without having to invest in new hardware or software. This can save you both time and money in the long run. The cons of remote services. There are a few potential cons when it comes to using remote services for data storage and backup. One is the reliance on an internet connection. If there's an issue with your internet service, you may not be able to access your data. Another con is the security of the data. While most remote services have secure data centers, there's always a possibility that data could be hacked or leaked. Remote services can be more expensive than traditional storage methods like an external hard drive. How to make remote services secure. Use a reputable service provider. Make sure you do your research and choose a reputable, well-established service provider. Use strong passwords and authentication. Be sure to use strong passwords and enable two-factor authentication whenever possible. Encrypt your data. Always encrypt your data, both in transit and at rest. Keep your software up to date. Regularly update your software and operating system to patch any security vulnerabilities. Monitor your systems. Use tools like intrusion detection and log monitoring to keep an eye on your systems for any suspicious activity. Tools and practices for securing remote services. One of the most important things you can do is make sure that all of your devices are up to date with the latest security patches. You should also consider using a virtual private network, VPN, when connecting to any remote services. Finally, it's always a good idea to back up your data in case anything does happen to the originals. You can use an external hard drive or cloud storage service for this purpose. By taking these precautions, you can help ensure that your data is safe and secure when using remote services. Best practices for data security in remote services. There is no doubt that remote services have become increasingly popular in recent years. The ability to access data and applications from anywhere has made remote services a convenient option for many businesses and individuals. However, the increased popularity of remote services has also led to increased concerns about the security of data stored on these servers. Conclusion. There is no easy answer when it comes to whether or not remote services are safe for our data. On one hand, there are clear advantages to using these services, such as the increased flexibility and convenience they offer. On the other hand, there are also some risks associated with storing data remotely, such as the potential for hacks and data breaches. Ultimately, the decision of whether or not to use remote services should be based on a careful evaluation of the risks and benefits involved. Thanks for watching video. Goodbye.